A lot.
I was capable
I
of
can tell
driving.
you where the number 1 and number 7 and number 12 go,
People could ride,
and the
but
number 10.
if they're not capable of driving, safely driving without endangering others, and forcing all of us to resort to the driverless automobiles, they can ride the bus.
It's not that a lot of people can't drive, they're just not paying attention.
You got a guess today?
Nope.
No guess. Damn. And Bill is still.
I don't want one every week.
Imagine that. But he's promised faithfully he'll be back next week, and his guest will be the Buffalo Soldiers.
All of them?
What are they gonna do?
Well, apparently they're going to crawl out of the grave.
My son was a big study of them. He loved them. He would go see them when they had a lot.
I think there's a chapter here in Mobile.
There is.
Cause
I've seen them sometimes.
Eddie's somebody.
I've seen them sometimes down at the at Bob's Diner.
Bob's Diner, that's a good place to eat right
Hey, is there
there.
a second Bob's somewhere downtown?
There's a Pete Bob's, but it's a club. It's
Oh,
not a
that's
bar.
what
The gay bar.
Well, I just saw.
You don't want to go there.
I just saw.
I don't know.
Bob's.
You might want to go there.
That's the one time I've been, we had fun.
Well, if the guys are kind of cute, maybe. All right, let's do this thing.
Whether you're in search of a great new bottle of wine or you want a rundown of the best brunch spots in the area, Mike and Stu have the answer. With a combined
Airware.
century in the
That's
industry,
just
they
one
bring their
spot,
wealth of
front spot,
experience.
Airware.
Headphones all right?
Trends, expert opinions.
Hold on,
Okay,
Mike
good.
won't quit playing
In
Facebook.
the know. They are the dynamic duo
Yeah, a little
of
bit.
dining.
It's a wine and food show, Stu. It's a food and wine show, trust me. Look right here, it's sipping shoes.
Does that do it?
That's a little loud.
Mine's on totally different volume.
Fry cook and great killer.
I
You
turned.
change it.
Now it's time to sip and chew. with
I don't know what in the
Mike
hell
and
to
Stu
tell you.
on FM
Isn't that the one that goes to the camera? Mike, just
You're
take
just
it
gonna
off.
have to deal with it, Mike.
Yeah,
Here, I can
that's how
do it.
always
Wait a minute, I can do it this
Mine's
way.
not loud.
Should be better now.
All right.
Let's do a show.
You're such a diva, Mike Bailey.
Well,
You're such a diva.
I want to protect what hearing I got left in my life.
Unless there's a free concert going on somewhere.
That depends. So,
Well,
good morning,
it is.
everybody. Good
Good
Sunday
morning.
morning.
I'm in acoustic guitars for my entertainment now.
I am too, especially the unplugged stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
good morning, Stu. Good morning, Charlie. How are y'all this morning?
We aight.
Buenos
Ain't.
dias.
Oh, it sounds like he's got another cruise coming
We're a
up.
bilingual show here.
No, we're just gonna go to the boats and help paint Mississippi green.
There we go.
Yes.
I'm glad the fine folks of Mississippi enjoy a finer quality of public education than we do because all our tax dollars.
And better roads.
Yep.
And they finish the roads.
Mm-hmm.
When they start building, they finish them over there. But
Yeah.
anyway, hey, we're a food and wine show.
But thank God for Alabama, Arkansas still exists. We
The
can
joke
look down our nose at somebody.
the joke used to be Mississippi. You know,
Mississippi's
now
been
it's
light
not.
years ahead of
Oh,
us for
my God.
decades.
In a lot of ways.
Well,
But
need to have
Not
more
in football though, brother.
Yeah, that's right.
nah,
We got that. That's what Alabama hangs our hat on. Oh, what do y'all do? Oh, we play football.
We kicked your ass.
Really, really well.
yeah. I was
Throughout
watching
the state.
I was watching some video last night of some, Dixieland Delight. When it gets to be fourth quarter at Tuscaloosa, they're letting them play the song again.
Yeah.
And so that just get me excited.
Wait
I'm
a
getting
minute,
all
wait a
giddy
minute.
inside.
It's playing Dixieland Delight Band?
No,
The song.
everybody in the audience, everybody in the crowd sings that at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Right.
They banned it for a while, and now they let them sing it.
Why,
again.
was it a copyright
They
violation
put
or
they
something?
put their own words to it. Let's just say that.
Ah, like that chant the Alabama folks do at the end of the game?
Yeah, but that's their chant. They wrote that.
That
Yeah,
they
that's a
can't-
cheer.
That they
That's a
can't
cheer.
put on TV?
And honestly shouldn't. When you beat North Texas 9-7 because of a blown call by the officials, you don't get to say we just beat the hell out of you.
Yeah, that's not beat the hell for
That-
sure.
Well, you can
the
say
time
it.
you shouldn't do that at the end
Yeah,
of every game.
that's what I.
Only games where you win by
That's
10
what
or more
I
points.
hate
Yeah.
about. I understand it helps their program out, but it doesn't help Alabama or Auburn or any SEC team that plays cupcake teams because I think they play down to them instead of
Yeah,
them playing up.
yeah.
It may be playing up for them, but
Oh, that North Texas team was better than y'all.
Well,
that year. But that was back during Mike Dubose. That was
Oh, my God.
3-7 year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that team was better than y'all.
that was
and
a horrible season.
Yeah.
If he hadn't beat Florida twice
thought it
that
was
year,
fantastic.
if he hadn't beat Florida twice that year, he wouldn't have had a job the next
I was
year.
kind of pulling for Mike Price, because
Because
we could have had a whole new.
I
we
would
could
have
had a
loved
whole
it if
new
Mike
breed.
Price were still at Alabama. Oh my gosh.
We could
so
have had a
much
whole
fun.
new breed of cheerleaders.
Oh, no doubt.
And our cheerleaders would have came across the Florida state line
Yep.
out of Pensacola,
Lord.
Fort Walton area.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But they
that
would
was
have eaten good.
horrible.
They would have eaten good.
Horrible season.
That's right.
Yeah.
Horrible, horrible.
Speaking of that,
I think
what's
from-
on the menu today?
Yeah, from Dubose to Shula to Price, the University of Alabama will never hire anyone with the first name Michael for any position ever again.
And they shouldn't.
They had a T-shirt. Did you see the T-shirt? It said Mike, and it had who was the first one? Dubose. And then it had an X through it. Then it had Price through it. Then it had Shula.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're just getting giddy about football season.
Yeah, we're ready for it. Because
Actually,
football
it's-
season means tailgate.
It could still be
It's
90.
actually sleep deprivation.
It could still be 97, 99 degrees out there, but when football season
There's a
starts,
nip in the air.
it's a nip in the air. Sure
There
is.
is a nip in the air. Do you know what football I watched last night?
What's that?
I watched a video of the 1985 game
Oh yeah.
between the Theodore Bobcats and Mary G. Montgomery
Oh
Vikings.
wow.
Who was showing that?
My Google Drive, because the guys on our team got together. It was mainly Keith Booker, our quarterback, and Brian Davis, who may still hold the rushing record at MGM to this day, over 1,300 yards in a season.
And somebody had saved the video?
All of it. Every school does. You're required to.
Yeah, but how long do you keep it?
Forever.
I guess.
But they
Keep it
got
in
a
the
hold of
archives.
it, spent several $100s getting it digitized, so each of us chipped in
Digitized.
$25 to get it on a thumb drive, which
Are we digitized?
I am. You're as analog as it gets.
Here's the thing, we're all analog, but we're digital on the air.
Oh, hey.
So when does that change happen?
I don't know. You're the radio expert.
I think once it gets into the microphone.
Oh, okay. Either that or they put it in the Wayback Machine and it takes care of
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm getting dizzy with all these circles we're going around.
it. Stream of Consciousness Radio.
Hey, man, I went to-
Topicless.
I went to the Taste Awards.
No,
Not
you
Taste
didn't.
Award. I'm sorry. Went to the Nappy Awards.
Nappy, not Naffy.
Nappy.
Oh, yeah.
Nappy Awards. that night.
So you got.
It was great.
anything
I'm
to
gonna tell you.
report?
I'm gonna tell you what. What's great about the Nappy Awards
Is the after party.
is the
After party.
well, the video, the movie that they put together at the
Mhm.
beginning of each show, each award show, and they use local talent, local people and it was hilarious. They every year they get better and better at what they depict and who they're picking on and what state official and city official and local celebrities that they pick to do these videos like a motion picture.
So how did
They're
you
just
guys fare?
hilarious. I mean, we
didn't win.
We were nominated. We had our name up on the screen.
Well, there you
But
go.
we,
Woo.
but I asked some people with the Lagniappe. I said, "How did Stu and I end up in the DJ category?"
The way that everyone ends up in every category, Mike, that's how it's determined. Whoever the people vote for. No
Well-
one puts anybody in a
well,
category.
when you're nominated,
Yeah.
the people nominating you
Yeah.
put you in that category. That's what they said.
Yeah.
Well, I
And
want to say
That's what that
something.
whole
So
thing is for on their website.
Next year, when we do this, we got to make sure
Best
they
looking
know.
politician. That's what we want to be in next year.
Hey.
Best looking politician.
Well, I want us to be in the category DJs you'd most likely want to see naked. That's the category I want to be.
Hey, if that happens, I'm out of here.
Yeah. It's only because they want to see the freak show left on my abdomen after all the surgeries.
No.
Well, I don't know. I say they showed Ryan Balther and local musician, and I don't know who the other guy was, but they're pretty hefty guys.
Hey.
They're pretty thick guys.
Just because we play bump music does not DJs make you.
No, but anyway, they did this little small short story on Jaws. So here's Ryan Balther and this other guy wearing Speedos on the beach, rubbing a sunblock on each other. It's hilarious.
Oh man! Just
And then
like
they go get in the water, and then here comes this guy dressed up in a shark outfit, you know, attacking them. So, the mayor of Orange Beach, they have to go get him out of the Floribama.
Tony Kenny.
Yeah, they have to go get him out of the Floribama to go fight the shark. It's hilarious. They
So
come
are
up
there
with
any
some funny
winners
stuff.
that you remember?
Everybody's a winner.
Let me tell you what,
Oh, I think so too.
they awarded Mel Showers. That was very touching.
The guy that came back from
Alan
retirement?
Seals got an award. That was pretty cool. He got a standing ovation.
Is Alan
Yeah.
still in town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will be. He's, you know, I love his wife. His wife used to come to a lot of wine tastings. And
Yeah.
And he's all right with that?
Yeah, Charlie, they announced all 700 winners. How long was the ceremony? Because I've heard it's
Well,
getting close
they
to 5
sped it
hours.
up. They got everybody in every category to start lining up down the hallway so they can just run them through. It's speed award time. Speed award.
Versus Speedo.
So anyway, we went to the party. It took me over 35 minutes to get a drink,
Really?
and it was just slam packed.
It must have been a real test for
There
you.
must have been 3,000 people there
Really?
at that event. Yeah.
Where was it?
At the Sanger.
Wow.
At the Sanger.
My friend Jan, who moved down here from Chicago about 97, 98, would always hear people talk about going to see things at the Sanger Theater. And she always assumed that it was the Singer Theater and it was just our accent. And when I took her to see an event there and she read how it's spelled, she was like, "It actually is Sanger?" And I went, "Yeah." And she goes, "I just thought it was your accent."
It is. It is that too.
So I gave her a
Did
quick
you
background
show her
of the
the
Sanger
door?
family that, you know, that philanthropically had built these theaters all along the Gulf Coast.
Mm-hmm. Quality theaters.
Beautiful, beautiful theaters. But we're up against
Great
break,
theater.
folks. 343-0106 if you want to get involved. We ain't got no guests this
And you
morning.
can be like
It
Tax
could be
Man.
you.
And look, see, he's already texting already. It ain't even those shows yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that segment was certainly memorable.
Maybe not for the people listening. Morning, Becky. Morning, Heather Dennis.
Or it would
Things were settled the old-fashioned way.
Morning, Luann.
A duel, just one-on-one. And
Morning, everybody.
I believe it should be everybody. Just you and our
Mike, you're not allowed to go there and lift up your shirt.
piled on.
You ain't gonna get no little pies that way.
They can send all the pictures they want, they ain't
Just the
getting
way
none.
you like it. It's time
Well,
for
you
a
all haven't
showdown.
addressed the problem.
Butch
It's because
Cassidy's
it's a
old show
Windows
in North
XP.
Florida
Windows
Street.
XP no longer
If
is no
you're among
longer
the majority of people who
It ain't gonna fix itself.
reports of local news.
I told him I left
It's
it in
time for you
message
to
last
turn the
week.
page.
I wouldn't worry about it then.
Well, I guess
That'll make your job easier, won't it?
Sports teams,
Sure will.
Figure out where we
Enjoy.
county and city leaders.
where I eat
Local news.
Make sure
So
Bill
I'll
knows
start
that.
off talking about
And
Andy McDonald's
your
and
interests. Since 1897, the Call News has reported on the issues that matter to the people
well-known
of South
local
Alabama and is considered to be one of Alabama's
dignitary.
best weekly newspapers. The Call News can be purchased at many
I know you're
grocery
one of
and
the big
convenience
markets
stores in South Alabama,
He's got
including
Jill's and
Walmart,
exotic animals and
Rouse's,
stuff.
and Circle
And he has
K.
certain types
If
of
your
snails
favorite
that
store
they
doesn't have it,
Yes.
let us know
Yeah.
and we'll make it available.
Yeah.
Mail subscriptions are also available for as little as
Because he has
$30
the
per
deal
year
with,
and digital
USDA.
copies for even less.
Yeah,
Call
USDA.
866-5998.
All different
That's
types of department stores and
866-5998 and get connected to the Call
He's
News.
gonna help me get started.
You're talking
here.
about my
I'm
buddy
ready
Sid
to
from
get done
Sexton
now.
Lawn and Landscape, and I'm
This
kind
will
of
take
getting
a year,
tired.
2
Okay,
years.
I'm well past tired of looking at the landscape in our property.
get 'em where they're
And
at.
I'm worried about the budget too. Can I do a full makeover?
Yeah, so right about now, you might be seeing your plants come out and maybe they're overgrown, maybe it's just wrong plant, wrong place. We really can't help with that. But we can add meaningful value to your landscape, to your property.
Once
with
again,
a
Bill will have
phased
2 paychecks
approach.
here when
We
he
can
comes
sort of
back.
take whatever budget you do have, come up with a
Must not
master
need the
plan, and
money.
start
That's
phasing
my
it
goal.
in. And we can take everything from the architecture of the house and what sort of look you want, what sort of plants you like. Do you want something to smell nice? Do you want it to have an appealing entrance or screen someone off in the back? We can take all of that and put it in a master plan and then phase it out based on your budget.
All right, that works for me and probably lots of other homeowners. So how do we get in touch?
Well, you can find us online at sextonlandscapes.com or any of our social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
FM Talk 1065 is proud to present Chad Prather and the Star Spangled Banter Comedy Tour.
Nobody yet has stopped me for using a phrase such as y'all or gonna.
I've never heard it.
Yeah, you say it makes me sound less than intelligent. You can stop listening. In fact,
Yeah.
nobody ever invited you to the
Coming over, Bill.
conversation. It's okay. Just walk away.
Don't miss Chad Prather Friday, October 4th at the Mobile City Center Theater. Tickets available now at fmtalk1065.com, ticketmaster.com, or the Mobile City Center box office for the Chad Prather Star Spangled
Never
Banter
heard
Comedy
Chad
Tour.
Prather either.
To get on the line, call 343-0106. Now back to Mike and Stu.
Hi, my name is Alon Shive.
We're gonna record a new one once little Miss Lubitz gets working over
Yeah, I
there.
was gonna say, she starts July
Yes.
31st? Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I saw that. Congratulated her on Facebook this morning.
And no sooner does she get back than they're going to be closing for a week for remodeling. And but she's gonna be helping out Panini Pete.
Awesome.
She doesn't know where yet, but Pete's gonna put her in one or more kitchens.
I know
for
a
week.
place he can put her in.
Yeah. You talked about the Squid Ink
Yeah.
place. Andy McDonald had a little write-up in it in Lanyap this past week.
I missed that.
It was
Was
just
it complimentary?
he didn't eat there. He was just talking about it opening and had a quote from me about it being bar food for grown-ups. And but I thank Andy for reaching out to me and wanting my thoughts to add to his little blurb. He's going to get in there soon, and then he'll have a full-on review. This was just in the word of mouth where he just does a paragraph or two about several things.
Well, if Panini Pete's involved, I think it is and will be a quality setup.
And he'll make sure of it.
Oh, yeah,
He'll make
that's
sure
what
of
I'm
it.
saying.
But grab the Lanyap and check that out, and then I'm sure when Andy goes in and does the full tour of the menu, he'll be as blown away by Squid Ink as you and I were, and everyone else. And real quick, we got a caller. We're going to get to Tim here in just a second, but I just want to say we got some birthdays this week, some chefs.
Who?
Today, this very day, Mike, as we speak, Vlad Maldovano from Mediterranean Sandwich Company is 132 years old.
Happy birthday, Vlad, if you could.
Yeah,
reach up
Ozzy
and
Lopez
turn
down
on
at
the
Ozzy's
radio.
restaurant in Grand Bay a couple of days ago, and then coming up this
I
week.
gotta go eat there.
You do.
Okay, yeah.
I'll-
And then coming up this week is Torrey McPhail of Commander's Palace over in New Orleans, which is probably
Probably
two
not.
or three most important restaurants in
I'll
America.
doubt I'll be getting over there.
Probably not listening.
You don't know.
I know.
Torrey and I go whack.
Hey, we get calls from all over the world from our
We have
streaming
South
on our
African
website.
listeners. We have people in South Africa.
That's
This
why they,
Saturday night.
That's why they're sneaking across the border to get here.
From South Africa?
Yeah, yeah.
They sneak over the border called the Atlantic Ocean.
Well, yeah.
Big pond.
Leaky old boat.
It's a big border. This Saturday night at the Listening Room in Mobile, it's going to be my niece and nephews-in-law again, Heather and the Monkey King. Everything I heard about the last show was it was one of the most memorable musical events in Mobile in many years. And they're doing it again this Saturday. You got to call for reservations. There ain't a whole lot of room in that place.
The listening.
Wow.
Yeah, the Listening.
And I'm gonna tell you, we
It's an
have.
interesting
Now,
concept.
Now, where are they from?
Calling.
Where are they from?
Bay St. Louis. Well, Ben Harper plays bass for them. He is actually the lead guitarist for Mithril here in Mobile, works with the Mobile Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah.
But Heather and Stevie moved over to Bay St. Louis because
Beautiful place.
They were
Beautiful
gigging,
town.
gigging in Mobile, gigging in New Orleans. That's kind of the halfway point.
Yeah.
And they're both school teachers during the day.
Bay
We
St.
have,
Louis
we
is
have
nice.
some of the greatest talent
Mhm.
along the Gulf Coast here. You know, Phil Proctor just got best guitarist again, fourth year in a row.
Hold on,
Guitarist.
Tim.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, I was at Callahan's Wednesday night,
Mhm.
me and Luann, and Christy Lee was there. Eric Erdman got up. Emily Stuckey. It was incredible, the music that they put out the other night, and a lot of it was gospel and bluegrass, and it was fun and fine. We had a great time.
Yeah, but we got to get to Tim from Loxley who has gumbo questions. And Mike Bailey here is the originator, the creator, the inventor of lima bean gumbo. So Tim, ask him any question you got.
Thank you. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see where you're gonna get a benefit by leaving the crab whole. The best thing to do is cut the crab up in 4 quarters.
Yeah.
And you gotta let the
and also,
inside.
when you go to get your seafood, tell them you want gumbo crabs.
Yeah.
It's a specific size and everything. They're
Yeah.
already cleaned and ready to go. And
Some are already cut.
yeah, and they'll already be cut up too.
Yeah, and that's what you want because, there's a lot of flavor on the inside of that crab body. And, we.
But there's also some dead man's fingers.
And
some
yes,
stuff you need to
stuff
get
like
rid
that.
of.
But that's what you want. If you throw a whole crab in there, that's just for decoration. That's not getting the. Well, it'll be
It's
ready
going
for
in
you.
a boil of water, man. There's nothing going to survive.
It'll be ready for you when you
but do you
go
want
ahead
it?
and ask for the gumbo crabs.
Yeah.
It's ready for you, so
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about that.
Well, you're going to want, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you're going to want gumbo to start with.
Well, let me tell you.
All right.
Hey, and by the way, Tim, before you hang up, thank you for providing a rudder to the show this morning.
All right, Tim. Here's my thoughts on New Orleans and Southeast Louisiana food. They're almost 2 different things.
Yeah.
New Orleans food
Is Creole.
is Creole and a lot of French.
A lot of cream, a lot of butter.
If you want pure Cajun,
Go to Thibodeau.
go to Thibodeau, go to Raceland, go
Mandeville.
to go
Trowbridge.
to Pierre Park, go to Lafayette. It's Lafayette, not Lafayette. It's
Yeah.
Lafayette.
Yeah.
All those
Unlike
little
in Tennessee
towns.
where it's Lafayette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all those little towns outside of New Orleans, in the little canals and little canal towns, in sugarcane fields every damn where, for as far as you can see, that's where the real Cajun food is.
Okay, but he's going to New Orleans, so give him a recommendation.
Well, there's a place called.
Oh, not places. He wants dishes.
Appetizer, main dish, and
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
Start
I mean,
with
they
gumbo.
carry a lot of the same thing, but their dirty rice is just
Well, that's a side.
incredible. Their gumbo, of
Don't
course.
call it dirty rice, though. They do not call it dirty rice in Louisiana. They get offended by the
Etouffee, get the etouffee.
Yeah, get some kind of etouffee as your main course.
But don't get etouffee with sausage. Get etouffee with boudin.
Crawfish.
Either boudin or crawfish.
Yeah.
Or David Hubble, help me out here, buddy.
And yeah, I would do probably gumbo to start with.
Soft shell crabs.
Yeah. He wants a dish, Mike, not ingredients. He's not going shopping.
What? Soft shell
Get
crabs is a dish.
Cajun seafood platter. Ralph and Kaku's did a great one. I'm sure Acme Seafood does a great one as well.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
some kind of seafood platter so that you get all the different ways that they do the seafood.
See, a lot of restaurants, I can't remember their names in New Orleans, but I can drive right to them.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
for dessert, that's your calling card. You love the sweets. So, something
just
like
give him
Prelude
one. He doesn't
cheesecake.
need a whole.
Bananas Foster.
Oh
Yeah,
my God, I love bananas.
Yeah,
Foster.
Bananas Foster over anything.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
So what
there's-
do you do if you're diabetic? Stay home?
You don't eat dessert.
I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, it's just, that's the thing that gets me with this whole thing with people going, well, I'm gluten free, so I need to come up with gluten free bread for my sandwiches. No, you need to stop eating sandwiches.
Well,
if you want to be gluten free, stop eating
Charlie?
anything bread like.
Charlie, you don't
Just
need to.
stop.
You don't need to be eating dessert at those Fern Lobby restaurants anyway.
Yeah, those are just pure sugar.
You need to go like the bicycle shop.
I did have a piece of lemon meringue pie at Neighbors yesterday.
You need to go to the bicycle shop at 11 o'clock at night after you've been out drinking and go eat some Cammy's toffee ice cream with pan-fried pears on them. Panko crusted. I think it's been soaking in, marinating in Grand Marnier as well.
And this is available at 11 o'clock on
Well, at
Saturday
any time,
night?
but it tastes real good at 11 night.
Yeah, it's available till 2 o'clock.
With honey drizzle over it. Oh my God, that stuff is, it's addictive.
Well, I missed that last card, Charlie. How much time we got?
We only have about a minute. So Thomas, if you can, hold on, or you want to put him on? Oh, I can delay it.
Okay, let's go ahead and get Thomas on.
Good morning, Thomas.
No, you're on, Thomas. You want to talk about the toll and restaurants. It's going to affect everybody. Yep. And the price of gas in Baldwin County is going to go up 10 cents a gallon in a few weeks, and it's going to go up another 28 cents a gallon when this happens. That was just the economic impact, because they're not going to get anything from Baldwin County anymore. It's
kind of
not
like
going to be
throwing
good
up
for
an iron
anyone
curtain.
except the fat cats in Montgomery who are getting rich off of this, and none of that money's going to go to roads or
Big-
schools
it's
or
big
anything. They're going to
companies.
embezzle all of it and move to Mexico.
Big companies that are putting the money up on it.
Move to another state?
No.
No. I'm not going to.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna do is, it's gonna put a lot of strain on the Bankhead Tunnel. And it's already old, and I live downtown, and I always take the Bankhead to Causeway anyway, but it's gonna make my travel harder, because people are gonna be going through down there. The traffic on Government Street downtown is gonna increase like 20-fold or more, and then they got the Concord Bridge, the traffic on there, because people are gonna do what they can to avoid the toll.
Yeah, but Thomas, we got to go to a break, buddy. But yeah, it's not going to be good for any. That's
Yeah,
pretty
we're
much what
gonna
most people are
shop
going to
and eat
do.
in Loxley.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks a lot. We got a commercial, folks. 343-0106. When we get back, we'll probably tell you where we at. Hey, Charlie.
Yeah.
They're saying there's no sound coming through the headphones up here at all. Let me
Turn
check.
it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I can turn it up.
Yeah, there's no sound at all coming through this. It's completely off.
Well, I don't know why.
Yeah.
You got another set of headphones? You tried them earlier, didn't you?
Yeah.
They were working for you?
All right, but
I mean, this one's side is completely dead, and this is barely on.
all right. Let me get into a spot.
Yeah.
This information update brought to you by Allegri Farm
Thanks,
Market.
Heather.
This week, enjoy Allegri Farm grown okra for $1.29 per pound. Red, white, or
Well, there's
black
no point putting it on
99 cents per
that
pound.
speaker
And
up there, 'cause it doesn't work at all.
99 cents per dozen. Open 7 days a week. Allegri Farm Market in Daphne. Fresh from our
There we
farm
go.
to
Let's
your
try
table.
another set of these $9 headphones.
All right.
The Gulf Coast Weather Authority and Dr. Bill Williams.
The Gulf Coast can expect partly cloudy skies today with a few afternoon thunderstorms. High temperatures will be around 90
Maybe we should give Mike these that aren't working very well, and then his won't be too loud.
And for Monday, scattered afternoon thunderstorms with highs around 90 degrees. This is meteorologist Dr. Bill Williams for FM Talk 1065.
FM Talk 1065.
Yes, those headphones are bad. That's the one Mike should be wearing.
Yeah, that. Oh, it's my way
More
of
than
showing
likely,
my
they
appreciation to
keep
Jack
wrapping
Green
the
for
wires
saving me so
around
much
and
money
around
on that
Yeah.
insurance.
and
It's like
breaking
it's
the
coming from a
damn wires.
storage
They're
room.
about the
Don't
size
go
of
in
a
there.
human hair.
Yeah, would
Yeah.
you mind letting me out here? It's getting a bit stuffy.
Oh my gosh. Is that it is?
Sweet
Tonight on
Holy Moses.
PBS, Charlie?
I'm sick to death
Huh?
of seeing
Tonight
that
on
lizard
PBS,
on TV
they're gonna
telling me
air
what to do
what
with
is
my
called the
15
rat
minutes.
film.
And
And
well,
it's
the
about
joke's
the
on
rat
him, because that's
infestation of
exactly how
Baltimore
long it took me to
PBS.
string him up by the
The
kookaburras.
documentary.
Jack Green
Perfect
is not going to
timing.
appreciate this That's one bit.
Sure he will.
That's
I'm
hilarious.
his spokesperson.
You're a loony.
Oh, be quiet and make your
Maxine
house
Waters
wise.
lives
Call
in a
the Jack
mansion
Green
and she's
Insurance
not
Agency
even in
today
the
and find
district
out
she
how you can save
represents.
money on your auto,
That's
all types
California,
of commercial
buddy.
equipment, and business insurance. Ask about wind coverage, too. It's likely you're paying way too much.
I feel like I've already done a whole
People
day's
money all
worth of
day.
You just
shift
need to
in
worry about
half an hour.
saving oxygen right now, sweetheart.
The Jack Green Insurance Agency in Mobile.
Ask for Jack.
344-5393. She's the leading educator and retailer of hemp CBD products in South Alabama, and she's on a mission to change the way we look at cannabis. Jennifer Boozer presents Sweet Home Cannabama, a show that'll answer all your questions, provide accurate information, and dispel the myths of CBD. With guests from every corner of the hemp industry to advocates for legalization, Jennifer leads the discussion of all things cannabis in Alabama. Join Jennifer Boozer every Monday at 7 p.m. for Sweet Home Cannabama on FM Talk 106.5.
Became millionaires just because they made pot illegal.
To get on the line, call 343-0106.
Absolutely.
Now back to Mike
That
and
was the
Stu.
sole purpose other than racism.
Oh, I forgot.
This is Billy Stitt with Billy's Small Batch Bacon. I'm here from Old 27 Grill on the Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu.
Old Bill.
Didn't you say the grill had changed names?
Yeah, he changed to Billy's.
I think it's Billy's Old
Old
27
27
Grill.
We
so-
need a new bump, Billy.
No, either one works. He's still with Billy's Bacon.
Well, that's true.
So Charlie ate at Neighbors this week.
And?
Well, he just said he ate at Neighbors.
Yeah, but I want to add to that a negative comment.
Oh.
And I know you're going to
Yeah.
find, I know
That's
you're
okay.
going to make an exception to this, Stu, but we had company come from out of town, and I was thinking, all right, and I don't want to name the restaurants, but I went online and because I was thinking, let's go downtown. We haven't been downtown in a while. The last time was at Bob's Downtown Diner, and the time before that was at Winsel's. Well, I looked up two restaurants that are prominently in the discussion here and other places. And there were a few things on the menu that I recognized, but there was a lot of stuff on there that I've never had in my life, and I don't know that I'm really in an experimental mood. And I wonder sometimes if it's the chef or the owners or a combination of both that designs the menu for a new restaurant, if you don't need to be careful that you include enough traditional dishes on the menu that people who just say, hey, I like flat iron steak, so I'm going to go to this place, you know.
Go to a steakhouse.
Well, yeah, but you understand what I'm saying? I'm not too sure I want rabbit and grits or
Yeah, I would.
whatever, you know.
Yeah, I would prefer that to chicken.
Or
I
some
would.
things that I look at that I don't even know what it is. What is that word? What is Wagyu? Is that-
Wagyu?
yeah,
Wagyu?
what is that?
Beef.
Beef?
It's the best
Well, why
beef
don't
in
they
the
say
world.
beef?
Because it's the best beef in the world. People would look at it then and go, why is this burger $17?
Well,
Because
yeah.
it's made with the most expensive beef in the world, which is Wagyu.
Yeah, but the point I'm making, we
They
decided
are-
not to go because, one, they were tired from the trip.
Yeah.
And secondly, we just decided we'll try the new stuff another time.
Well, you bring up an interesting point because I just got a review copy of Burn the Ice, The American Culinary Revolution and Its End by Kevin Alexander. He's a James Beard Award-winning food writer.
Right.
And he's talking about how each chef trying to always one-up what they had done before is unsustainable.
That,
And,
I kind
and
of,
eventually you're going to run out of exotic ingredients and stuff like that. And he said it's already started, that now people are starting to simplify menus. But you got to remember, whether we love Mobile or not, we are 10 to 15 years behind the rest of the country in anything fad-like. Our food scene is booming right now when everybody else's was booming 15 years ago. Everybody else's is dying off.
With those ingredients and those foods.
Right. This is not anything new to the rest of the 49 states. Everyone has known what Wagyu beef was outside of Mobile for 25 years.
yeah, and I was using that word.
Yeah.
It just
But
came to my
that's what
mind.
I'm saying. When I was at Mars Hill in 2008, I did a wrap with sun-dried tomatoes and feta cheese in it, which has been overdone for 30 years in this country, and people thought I had created something new. And I was doing a 25-year-old dish because so many people in Mobile refused to leave Mobile County for vacation. I have friends that the furthest they have ever been from Mobile County is Gulf Shores, and in a lifetime, and that's sad.
That is very sad.
That's very sad. We have a great world to live. All this country is beautiful. You should see all of it.
And we're an international port city.
Yes, absolutely. But we got David Calametti on the phone.
Who?
David Calametti.
Well, that's that world traveler guy.
Yeah,
he is just back from Puerto Rico.
Oh,
That's Danny.
Danny was in Puerto Rico.
I thought you both went.
To Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Oh, well, you know what?
Now you're talking my language.
San Juan,
you see who keeps
Hattiesburg, potato.
You see who keeps up with you more, no?
This weekend, we were up in Hartselle, Alabama.
Yeah, I saw
Been to
that.
Hartselle.
For the cotton picking barbecue cook-off. But that's not really why I called. This is actually very appropriate to what Charlie was just talking about. We took, as we were in North Alabama, doing our Alabama coasting in North Alabama, we took the opportunity to go by Odette in Florence.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Chef Josh Quick's place. But his sous chef, Ramon, won the Alabama Seafood Cook-Off.
Mm-hmm.
And so what's interesting, based on what Charlie was just saying, he won the Alabama Seafood Cook-Off with a dish of snapper escabeche.
Yep.
So he married his Peruvian background, the dishes his mom used to make at home using our Alabama seafood products, and won. And next weekend he goes to New Orleans to compete against, I think, 15 other states.
Yeah, it's something like, it's every state with a coast. Yeah, the Great American Seafood Cook-Off is limited to only states with an actual coastline. So you're not going to find a chef from Kansas there or Nebraska. You have to be in an actual coastal state.
I don't know. No,
I don't know. I've seen.
New Mexico finished second last year.
I've seen the show. I saw last year's show.
Have they amended
recently, and they've got almost somebody from every state now.
Really? Do they?
Hey,
well,
David.
that cheapens it mine.
The point I was trying to make is that if you open a restaurant and you got to know what's available in your potential clientele, have enough menu items that a goodly number of people will recognize and like if you want your restaurant to survive. You can go too far in the fancy direction.
Well, I saw when the Coopers took over Ruth's Chris and they brought George Penny O'Toole in, he brought some of those Constantine Old Mobile dishes and married it with the Ruth's Chris menu, and that's why it's so hot for so long.
Yeah. The other thing and speaking of new things and interesting things, Charlie, I probably would have been like you and not tried this had the chef not brought it out and recommended it, but they did a Gulf shrimp sausage.
What?
Where they ground up Gulf shrimp and made a shrimp and herb sausage, regular casing. It was absolutely delicious.
Yeah, I've had some seafood. In fact, you had seafood sausage just a week ago, Mike.
Where?
At Squid Ink.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, that was a shrimp and calamari sausage wrapped around the quail egg.
Now, what's wrong with this idea, fellas? If you've got several dishes that you're trying to introduce to your community, why not have a little sampler deal where, when a customer sits down or at some point before they order, say, here's a couple of things, try this and see what you think.
That's a great idea.
That is standard procedure at most restaurants. The problem is, it's hard to get servers to do it.
Yeah.
They don't want to tell people about specials. They just want to walk up, get your order, and walk away.
I used to run that problem with wine specials.
Or they talk so fast you can't understand what they're saying.
But David and Mike can both attest to this because they have dined a lot in other cities. New Orleans is a classic example. In Mobile, anyone who serves, everyone who looks at them goes, oh, that's just something they do to go to college. They don't respect it as a profession. So people who get the job, they don't respect what they do. They don't care about any of it. And none of them would have a job in New Orleans because in New Orleans, to be a server, you have to be as professional as a lawyer or a doctor because it's just as noble a profession. A filing clerk is not noble. So don't look down your nose at somebody that serves.
We had an interesting meeting with Tammy Reese, who heads up the Mountain Lakes Tourist Association, and she started a program in the hospitality industry, training, and it's called Second Chances. So it's those folks that are coming out of rehab and whatever, but training them in the hospitality industry. And what they've discovered is that because it's a second chance, these folks are motivated, they're energized, and they understand the value of what they have and the value of what they do. And it's all about customer service.
I don't know. I know their names, but I'm not going to announce them on the air. And I just happened to sit by one of them yesterday for breakfast. But there are a handful of people here in Mobile that make over $80,000 a year waiting and serving tables.
Wow.
Sure.
Yeah, at the right place.
One last thing about my trip, kind of a little lanyard, a little bonus. As we were up in North Alabama, we were going to meet with the director of Muscle Shoals Sound Studio. Well, she ended up getting called away on a meeting, but she set us up on the tour, and that was just the most amazing. And it's worth a drive to North Alabama just to go to Tuscumbia to visit the museum there, because it is just the stories, the music, the magic that came out of that little tiny place.
Phil Proctor was just up there for a show, some kind of music festival. Was for the
Muscle Shoals Songwriter Festival or something.
I think so. Yeah, he was just up there, and he made it back for the nappies.
This was the last weekend. There was music all over the place. It was really a cool experience.
Oh, he's up there right now. He drove up there yesterday. That's right.
Mike's waking up and joining us, David.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
Hey, what y'all been talking about?
Have you been to Squid Ink yet, David?
No, I haven't, but that's on my list.
Yeah.
We've been traveling so much, but yeah, I've been following it, and I'm excited about it. Just looks like it's going to be, as you said earlier, bar food for adults. That's great.
Yeah.
Good stuff happening.
All right. Well, what else y'all got going next, David?
Well, next we're the next one we've got is we're actually redoing the crawfish cook-off, the competition. We're doing it kind of as a one-on-one thing for the sponsors of the chamber of that event over at Steelwood, and then we've got next the 10th is the Island Cook-Off. It's part of Reggae Weekend. We've got a couple spots left in that competition. Our good friend Roy is competing.
Oh, cool.
And that'll be a golden ticket and chef for that. That's a Saturday afternoon, the 10th, out at Pirates.
All right. Cool beans.
So that's gonna be cool.
All right. I'm going to have to go down there for that.
Yeah, I appreciate the heads up on that, brother.
All right, man.
All right, David. Thank you.
Be careful. Safe travels.
Yeah, bye-bye.
I did not. I forgot that's what that sausage was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Forgot all about. Well, they just loaded our table up with food
with
drinks.
Fantastic food. Yeah. Charlie, here is what the one piece of recommendation I would give to somebody. If you see something on a menu that you don't recognize, they're not going to let them serve it if it's harmful to you. So if it's not harmful to you, eat it, because it's only going to be good for you.
Yeah, but you may or may not like it.
Oh, well.
You and your wife ought to one night.
You.
Hey, you and your wife one night ought to have an adventure night, and y'all go somewhere different and try something different.
Yeah, that's a fun thing to do.
Just like going to wine bars and sampling different types of wines you never
I think
had.
adventures in our rearview mirror.
That's not pink. Try some wines that aren't pink.
Oh, downtrodden self said that. We taking a break?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
Why not?
This is Roland McSharry from McSharry's Irish Pub and Restaurant in downtown Fairfield.
I'll probably hear
you can
about
enjoy
that
great
comment.
food at a great price. Meet your mates for a pint and a chat, or dance the night away with our DJ on Friday and Saturday nights starting at 10.
Hey, Bill, if you're on the line, I apologize. We had to delay the break, and I forgot.
I still got to figure out where I. Hey,
Hey, Bill, are you on the line? I think I hear the background noise.
All sporting.
Yeah, I do.
Which attracts musicians.
Bill, are you on the line?
Morning, Eric Gray. How you doing there? How you doing there, buddy?
My son sent me a text, and it says, "Ever woke yourself up by farting?" It says something about ever doing it. Where the hell is this damn?
I got on to put an egg on my burger.
You woke yourself up farting. Ever done it on an airplane with a 5-year-old little boy sitting beside you? Priceless. Hey, Bill, are you on the line? Come on, man. Come on, phone. I'm still learning this phone.
From 6 till 9 for Mobile Mornings. Brought to you by Azalea Coffee Service. Coffee, conversation, and you. The perfect for your day on FM Talk.
And fried cheesecake.
Are you persuasive?
Hey, Philip.
That's 2 weeks ago.
Those 3 qualities will help come along.
Yes. Would you text Bill and ask him if he's hearing the station? Because I forgot to, and I can't get his attention now. If he's hearing the station, we know we're okay. Just ask him if he is here. Oh, there you are. Hey, Bill. Hey, Bill. Hey, Bill. Somebody picked up your phone. Talk to me.
Door.
Bill. Well, we're going back to the show now.
Get on the line. Call
Just see if he's hearing
343-0106.
it.
Now back to Mike and Stu.
You're listening to Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu, and I'm Jonesy Jones. You can find me on YouTube, Jonesy Jones Music, also Facebook, Crown Jewels.
Talk about the Reggae Fest. And, you know, Jonesy, the Crown Jewels are going to be there.
And nappies.
Yeah. Well, this is the segment where we traditionally like to talk about where we ate.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're going to change that up and talk about where we drank. Tuesday night, Mike and I went to Firehouse.
Yeah.
We had a little meeting. We ain't going to give you no details, but something big.
Huge.
Yeah, coming from Mobile and the show. Something we're trying to put together. But I had to find beer. Mike drank 5 or 6 bottles of wine. And with a paper straw, one paper straw, he went through it so fast the straw didn't even get soggy. But I want to talk about Sam's House of Pizza has a new thin and crispy crust.
Oh, they do?
Well, what they do, and like Pizzeria Delfina and a lot of these, the Gianninos and all that, is a New York style pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you get New York style pizza to go or have it delivered, it's not going to be crispy. It's not supposed to be crispy. And we get a lot of people, you know, at all these places that request, well, I want my pizza crispy. Well, the way to eat crispy pizza is to go sit down in the restaurant.
Yeah.
But to go is supposed to be slimy and moist. But Chris Brill, the owner, has found this special little crust that he's got now that stays crispy. When the pizza gets cold, it's still crispy. But it's not the New York style pizza. It's not that nice, real crust. It's real thin and crackery. But now they've got the option for folks. If being crispy is the most important thing to you on a pizza delivered to your house or when you pick it up on the way home, you're going to have to give up flavor. It's as simple as that. Well, this thing makes it so you don't have to give up flavor.
Well, I have a solution for that. And I'll tell you after the show.
Oh.
I'll tell you.
You stick it back in the oven.
I'll tell you outside.
That's what you should do with any food you get delivered or take home. You should go home and reheat it.
I know a product.
Yeah.
I know
it drives me nuts when people go, they need to come up with a way so that when you pick up food to go, the fries are still crispy when you get home. No, they don't. That's the sacrifice you make being too lazy to come in and sit down and being too lazy to go home and cook. And that's what it comes down to, folks. It's not time, it's laziness. Yeah, it's lazy.
I'd rather eat inside than take it home.
Yeah, exactly.
I definitely don't like eating in the car.
Yeah. Yeah. Charlie's not a fan of the car.
I'm not a fan of drive-through windows.
But Heather and I posted a new post on our blog this week, which you can catch at rtwr.home.blog. But that's Road Trip Worthy Restaurants, about the Cannon Brew Pub we went to in Columbus, Georgia.
Well, when I saw that, I'm thinking, there used to be one in downtown Mobile, which is now Game Over Retro Pub.
Which I hear
is great.
Wonderful things. I haven't been there yet. We need to. Our date nights keep getting eaten up by events that we have to go to at the same time, so we just kind of merge things together.
Look, you went past it like a bullet, but what was that website again that you just quoted?
rtwr.home.blog. Yeah, it stands for Road Trip Worthy Restaurants.
Okay. rtwr.home.blog.
.blog.
.blog.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not spending any money on a dedicated URL until people start throwing money at us.
So .blog is like a website?
Yeah, specifically for blogs.
Make it rain money.
Yeah, but,
Somebody's phone is exploding. It's
yours. Yeah, but talks about when we went down there last summer, Memorial Day, is that the one that kicks off the summer? Yeah, Memorial Day and Labor Day kills it, yeah. Yeah, we went down there. We stayed in Eufaula, but we went over to Columbus for an evening, and that's a cool restaurant. And then Ryan Wilder chips in on that and says, that's the people that used to run the pub in Mobile.
Huh.
It's them.
How about that?
But it's a terrific place, so you can go check it out. I've shared the link on our Facebook page, so if you don't want to remember all those letters I just threw at you, just go to our Facebook page. There's a link on there right now. You can click on it. But Columbus was a wonderful city. We really enjoyed it. And coming up the next week or so, we'll do another one on Eufaula, because we had a great time there. Maybe even Troy. We stopped in Troy.
Chris Sherrill's hometown.
Chris Sherrill got new gigs.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He is heading
I saw him the other day.
The new Fairhope Market, which is just a fantastic place from what I understand. I haven't been over
Smells
yet.
good.
Smells good. Has it got that central grocery smell, or has it got its own little Fairhope?
It's a little modern looking, real bright and shiny right now.
Yeah.
But it smells good.
Well, Chris knows a little bit about cooking.
A little bit.
He's doing those themed hot bars every day. One day was wings, one day's barbecue. There's no telling what that man's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
They, when they hired Chris, they established themselves a cut above what you can get at a hot bar at most grocery stores.
Might get lionfish one day on that pot bar.
Oh yeah, lionfish nachos, Chris. That'd be cool. Nobody's got that in their grocery store.
Go.
But yeah, he says they're giving him a great freedom with what he puts on that buffet. So it's going to be, just about everything they do is locally sourced.
Mm-hmm.
Which is phenomenal for a grocery store to focus on that.
Yeah.
But he's just going to have fun and experiment, and I can't wait to see what he puts out there, because he's one of the most accomplished chefs in the South.
Absolutely.
And they've got him at Fairhope Market now, so I see that a match made in heaven. How about you?
I understand our buddy Patty Cakes she's doing real well.
Good.
I understand that, and I want to give a shout out to a friend of mine, Rusty Brazell, who lives over in Pensacola. He works for M&J Wines.
Mm-hmm.
Very bad car accident 2 weeks ago. Rolled his car over a couple times, broke a vertebrae and a bunch of bones in his
that is a bad one.
Body and his neck. They got him in a halo.
You feel a little better about your bike spills now? I mean, it could be worse.
It could be worse, but I've been bike free and bee stung free for quite a while now.
Well, I've been riding my bike to and from work most of the summer, and the only spill I've had was in the yard getting ready to get off of it and didn't kick my foot out far enough, just rolled right onto the ground. But it was at 11 o'clock at night. Nobody saw it. So
I was going to say, where are the people with cell phones?
That's where home cameras are.
I can tell you right now, if there's somebody shooting a video of me in my yard in my secluded piece of property in Sims at 11 o'clock at night, I'm going to be staring at the end of a fist fight.
They could have had a Zoom lens.
I was listening. Speaking of this, I was listening to Sean and
Darth Vader.
Dalton. They do that thing on Friday afternoons. And the 6.5 or whatever, the 6.5 part of the show, and they were talking about the cat that was drowning, and the dog was trying to help the cat out of the water, and the cat kept clawing the dog in the face. Well, the dog jumped into the water and got underneath the cat and helped the cat up out of the water, and then the dog, he struggled, but he eventually got out. He was able to get a grip.
Because dogs can do that.
They can do that. And, they were talking about the cat being cruel to the dog by slapping it in the face with its claws and clawing it. And then I'm thinking, well, why didn't the person holding the camera put the damn camera down and go help the cat out of the water?
Exactly. And that's
what I'm wondering.
I fully support these states that are now having these laws that if there's a crime going on and you're recording it with your phone, you're an accessory.
That's right.
You should be using your phone to call the police.
Or to beat somebody over the head.
Because you do have a legal responsibility in every state in this country to get involved if you see a crime happening.
Yeah,
You don't
but
have to personally intervene.
If I see a guy mowing people down with guns, I ain't gonna be recording. I'm gonna be running.
Well, that is a response.
Yeah.
Recording it is not doing anything. So I fully support those laws where they're putting those.
Well,
people.
Stu,
It's time for provolone time.
Oh.
Well, I got to go to work.
Same here.
All right, buddy. Those guys just
Oh,
support
wait a
local, be
minute,
local,
you gotta be kidding. You going to work? It's Sunday
I work
morning?
every day.
Okay.
I work every day.
Hey, man, when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Ask Ron Jeremy.
Amen to that, brother. Let's get out of here.
All right.
Provolone, folks.
Provolone.
Nappy
Speak
time.
of the devil.
That's over with.
Nappy time. That's right. You voted for all your favorite bars.
Now, get
Musicians.